Hello, you have some questions, a quiz for Friday on Khan Academy, and you're going to need to find distance and displacement from graphs. And so I'm going to actually use one of the questions from that quiz to actually give you some help. And the other questions look a lot like this one. And if you happen to watch this video, then maybe you'll get lucky and have a freebie when you take the quiz. When you take a look at this graph, I think it says somewhere on Khan Academy that this is about an armadillo in the desert. But it doesn't really matter. We know that on this graph, we have time on this axis, and then position is on this axis, but you can't see that it's labeled position because that's off the page that I have here in front of you. Okay, so it's a position time graph. And let's go ahead and answer the questions and give you a sample. It says, what is the displacement of the armadillo between 0 and 24 seconds? Okay, well, we need to use that 0 and 24 seconds to tell us what we need to look at on the graph. So we need to start looking here, and we need to end looking here. And maybe he could have said, what's the displacement between 12 and 24? And then we just look between the 12 and the 24, okay? But we're starting at 0 and we're going to 24. If you can write on your graph, that's not a bad thing. So here is where we're starting at 0. Here's where we're going to at 24. And then it says displacement. And displacement, remember, is only start to finish. We don't care how it got there, start to finish. So there's the start. And I can see that that is at 6. And here's the finish at 24. All I care about is this. I don't care about the fact that the armadillo went all the way out to 15 meters, okay? I can see that it started at 6. I can see that it ended at 0 meters. Started at 6, ended at 0. That means it went 6 meters, but I'm also going to have to tell the person that it was -6, okay? So you guys are going to go in this spot and you're going to write -6. I can't write that because this is actually a screenshot. So you're going to write -6 meters, okay? And then you have to find distance also. And so now that's a little bit harder actually on this one because distance is everywhere that the armadillo went. Well, it started at 6 and then it just stayed at 6 for a while, but then it went all the way to 15. Let's see, 6 to 15, how far is that? If you need, you can use the calculator, but I know that that's 9 meters. Okay, so it went 9 meters. Okay, and then went all the way from 15 back to the 0. And so 15 back to 0 is another 15 meters total. And so this armadillo actually went a total of 15 plus 9, which is 24. And you would write 24 meters in the box, and then you'd be done. And you would hit check, and it would give you a little fireworks, and you'd go on to the next question. So one thing to make sure, guys, is that displacement can be negative when you're writing that if the object is going backwards. Okay, so it's a negative displacement if you are going in the backwards direction or the negative direction. And it's a positive displacement if you're going in the other direction. Even if you were down here and going that direction, that's positive. You're going in the positive direction. Okay, so make sure that you put the correct sign on displacement. And make sure that you don't have any sign on distance, because distance is just the entire length of the path, and it's always positive. It is a scalar, not a vector.